Alright. So here's the next one. Disrupt all surveillance equipment. So cameras probably. Copy Goldeneye key and leave original. This one was... So this level has a few mission objectives that are kind of tricky. Get personnel to activate computer. Very vague there. Download data from computer. Photograph main video screen. Okay, so... I think this is the same objective background as the other one. I want you to infiltrate the space and find out what the devil's going on in there. Satellite photographs reveal there has been recent underground excavation. We'd like to know the exact nature and planned extent of the workings. By the way, this is a covert operation. You may have to neutralize the security, but try not to be too obvious about it. You know, there's not a lot of room for stealth in here, especially when you get to the end of the level. One thing to note, we'll go over it... Oh, let's just finish this. You'll be doing some computer hacking on this mission. I know you're by cracking open a bottle of bubbly, then cracking the password, so I've taken the liberty of putting together a little gadget which will do the hard work for you. If you attach the data thief to their mainframe, it should override any computer security measures and download the information we require. Again, that's kind of vague. It at least gives you a few more details, but it's still kind of vague. We'll get to the objectives later, but I do want to point out that these missions take place years ago, and that's become relevant later in the game. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay. Oh, there's a security camera there. You want to check it out. Alright. Really? And I'm already screwed. Oh, I got a security key card. Ah, jeez. Whoa! Okay, then. I don't know what the security key card does. I played this game, and I still don't know what the security key card does. I'm just gonna find it in the course of the level. First death. Oh, I'm glad they had the foresight to let you shoot through the windows. That's very good. I like that. Oh, for crying out loud. Are we good? Computer room key card. Again, I don't... I'm guessing that's the computer room, but I was able to get in there. I don't know. Maybe the door was already open. Ah, for crying out loud. One thing we'll get into when I get to the next game on the list, which is going to be Tomorrow Never Dies on PlayStation 1. It's actually... I like how well they do a job... How good a job they do of letting you know when you're getting shot at. Like that. That gives you an idea. Oh, it's coming from behind you. So you can quickly ascertain their location. Tomorrow Never Dies. I played that a little bit recently. Just to get a feel for it again. I had no idea what people were shooting at me from. And there we go. I'm dead. They didn't even do a different camera angle? Okay. Oh, there's a different camera angle. Okay. Well then. Okay, we didn't get the alarm. Okay, so the reason it's relevant that these initial missions take place in the past is because we'll be revisiting some of them later on, and as you can see, and from the notes, they are still excavating it. So one of the cool things is that when we revisit this level later on, this whole section is going to be completed. I think that's pretty cool. Okay. In this area as well. This is all going to be extended when we get to the next part of the... when we revisit this stage later on. Ah, dang it. Alright, so the mission objective. You're not gonna... I think this is one that really could have used more help on the objectives. Number one, you're not gonna know that these are the, what do you call them? What do they call them? These are the computers. This is where you're gonna need to use the data thief to download the information from the computer. So if you destroy these, you'll get a nice, helpful message that, hey, you shouldn't have destroyed those, and you gotta start the mission over. One thing that's going to come up in later levels is that enemies aren't necessarily attracted by the sound of their teammates firing. They're way more attracted by you firing, so that's going to be helpful in later levels. See, if I had shot my machine gun, these two would have probably been alerted as well. See, despite getting a few rounds off, that guy is none the wiser. Or if I... do that, well, I got someone's attention. Hey, see, I got their attention now. Oh, okay. Next thing, you may be able to guess when you take a look at them, but you're not going to know right away that when they say get one of the guys to help you, that they're not talking about one of the enemies, but a civilian. This guy right here. He at least... oh, okay. He at least has a distinctive design from everyone else, so he stands out, but, you know, you're not going to exactly know what to do with him. If you walk up to him, eventually, there you go, take me to the mainframe terminal. So that's when, you know, get personnel to activate computer. Hopefully be able to figure that out. The one I couldn't figure out, though, at least I don't think I figured it out right away, was copy Goldeneye key and leave. Copy Goldeneye key and leave original. So I did pick up the Goldeneye key, and you got this thing called a key analyzer. So if you equip it and do that, oh, look at that, the Goldeneye key. Hey. And I think you gotta point a gun at him to actually have him do anything. Yeah, he'll try to escape. But I was able to analyze the key. And then you gotta... analyzing. And then toss the original. Camera, at least with the camera one, that one's very straightforward. You got a camera in the inventory, you got a screen there, boom, done. So he's gonna lead you to, oh, would you look at that, this room over here. Good thing he didn't destroy the computer. And again, they called a mainframe terminal, or at least Bond calls it that, but the mission objective says computer. Kind of confusing there. And on top of that, you know, this happened. We're going to see what happens in a moment. There's not even a keyboard. I don't know how he's typing any of this in. But then this happens, and then you don't know if the mission objective is, if it's totally screwed, or if you have to do something else at this point. You actually don't. You just gotta go to the data thief, use it on the computer, and then downloading data, and then done. So now you just gotta escape. So yeah, that's all not particularly clear. Like, the photograph is really the only one that... And the photograph and the security, those are really the only ones that are clear. Did I fix the security one? Yeah. So those are the only ones that are particularly clear. Oh, the other objectives are a bit... Yeah, not quite easy. Dang it! Ah, crap, I hope that doesn't... I don't think that ruins the objective. Oh, nope. Ah, come on! I was so close. I just gotta get up the stairs and I'm out, but... Alright. It's not too much. It's not a long level, so, you know, 6 minutes. I can probably do it even faster this time. But yeah, I like the level itself, the design of it and all that, but I think the objectives in this one really hard to understand. Like, I'm sure you can suss it out eventually, but it's one of those that feels a bit... Come on. Feels a bit too esoteric. Let's see. Oh, someone's coming. Dang it. Alright, let's try that again. Okay, there we go. Alright, well, since we're replaying this level, might as well find something else to talk about. How about the movies? So, I watched Dr. No and the Casino Royale movies, and... Not the Casino Royale. Dr. No and the Daniel Craig movies, and for the longest time, that was it. A few years ago, I checked out a few more of the Connery-era Bond movies, but for a while, that was it. Thankfully, recently, you know, with my re-interest in this game, and coincidentally, Netflix put on, I think, all of the Bond movies on there, so I've been working through those. I like most of them. I mean, oh, shoot. Okay. Alright, the one I actually really liked out of the... I've seen all of the films up to Diamonds Are Forever. I just finished Diamonds Are Forever. And my favorite one so far is actually probably On Her Majesty's Secret Service with George Lazenby, however you say it. Not that Connery's bad or his movies are bad, I mean, some of them are not great. I was not a fan of You Only Live Twice, despite it having Donald Pleasance, who I think is the best Blofeld I've seen so far, but we can get into that discussion later. And On Her Majesty's Secret Service is just really good. I like that one a whole lot. Let's see. Now, I don't think it starts particularly strong, and of course it has the parts of it that every James Bond movie, well, most of the James Bond movie has, where you're going to be like, oh yeah, this was made in the 60s. Woof. Yeah, that happens in every single one of them, including On Her Majesty's Secret Service, where, let's see, I forgot her name already, but the main Bond girl, the one that, well, spoiler alert if you haven't seen the movie, the one he ends up marrying, Yeah, I think he slaps her about 15 minutes into the movie. Oof, that was not comfortable to watch. And then her dad gut punches her at the end, which, again, not comfortable to watch. But yeah, it's got those moments, as do all of them so far. But I did really like that movie. Once they got past the whole, let's try to get him to marry a mob boss's daughter subplot, and they got to the facility in the mountain, that was really cool. I thought all that stuff was great. Okay, the plan is a little bit silly. You know, hypnotize people to carry a lethal virus. I think that was the plot of Season 3 of 24, only they were, like, radicalized terrorists and not brainwashed with, like... Oh, okay. They weren't brainwashed with magic lights, but... Yeah, I like that whole story. I thought George Lazenby was great, and the action is really good in that. I love the scene where he pulls out his own pockets to hold on to the ropes there. That was awesome. That, like, it feels kind of like a lost Daniel Craig movie, in that sense. George Lazenby feels probably more like Daniel Craig than Sean Connery does, and it has that kind of physicality to it. The Connery ones are really silly, and On Her Majesty's Secret Service has its silly moments, to be sure, but it did feel a bit more grounded. And the action is really good. I think I already said that. Very obvious use of green screen, definitely, but, you know, him skiing down the mountain was really cool. The car chase after that was great. Storming the facility, you know, over the top a bit, but that was fun too. Really good ending too. I won't spoil the ending, but, you know, fantastic ending. I like the ending there. The only particular downside in that is that I do not like Blofeld too much in that movie. Like, Donald Pleasance's Blofeld is kind of... Let me see if I can... I'm forgetting stuff. Let me go ahead and just finish up my objectives while I'm here. What am I looking for? Key analyzer. And I'm done with that. Yeah. Data thief. Okay. Just real quick about this. Like, I thought when I first played this again a while ago, I thought I did something wrong. I thought there was something else I had to do in the level so that he didn't call security. But no, apparently security has to get called. It's not the most clear thing in the world. Why am I not doing well? Okay. Jeez! This is not gonna... I swear if I have to do this level again. Cool. Keep it nice and cool. And at a distance. Oh, please don't know behind me. Oh! Ah! Come on! Okay. Ugh. Man, if I'm having trouble here, it's only gonna go downhill. Alright. No more messing around. Let me go ahead and get this taken care of. I'll get back to Blofeld in just a second. Oh, come on. I should have seen that coming. The guy came in the last time. Dang it. Oh. Okay. I don't know how that guy didn't notice that. get that camera? Okay. Alright, the place is cleared out a bit now, so I'm... Alright, so, Blofeld, okay. Now, the thing about, Pleasance's Blofeld and the Blofeld we see in the other movies only, like, in brief spurts, dang it. Okay, so whenever we see Blofeld in the earlier movies, he's just kind of a voice, a hand, and a cat. So you don't really know what his deal is. And Donald Pleasance, when he became the first Blofeld to actually be seen on screen, he played very much into that. His character was very inscrutable. Dang it. And he felt kind of like Bond's opposite. This is not going well. Okay. Alright, it's a little bit quiet. So when come on! I mean, I hate to just leave it at dead air. No! No! In fact, why didn't I do this before? I just remember. You can kill these guys ahead of time. Why didn't I think to do that the other times? But yeah, if you kill those guys ahead of time, they're not going to be an issue at the ending. Okay. I don't know what he's doing right now. Yeah, I hate to leave it at dead air, but... Nope! No! No! Get back here. But yeah, I'd hate to leave it at dead air, but I'm having trouble beating this level, so I may not be too chatty until I finish it. So I definitely want to get back to the differences between the different Blofelds that I've seen so far. But hey, get back here! I'm shooting at you, buddy. Oh man, this isn't gonna end well. I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna restart. I usually don't restart, but I have no life, and I gotta take down like 4 heavily armored dudes soon. So let's just let's try it again. Ah, dang it. Okay. Screw it. It is a bit annoying that reload is the same button as open doors. So that happens. Okay. Okay. And I got some ammo, that's good. Okay, so far so good. Okay. Alright, can I talk about Blofeld now? I think I'm going to start talking about Blofeld now. So again, when we see Blofeld initially, we barely see him at all. So he's very inscrutable at first. He talks very, he's a very straightforward talker. Well, maybe not straightforward is the right word, but he puts a lot of weight and emphasis into his speaking. Every time he speaks, you get that kind of like cold... You're supposed to get like the cold chill feeling every time he talks. And Donald Pleasance does a fantastic job of portraying that. The problem with On Her Majesty's Secret Service and the new guy playing him is that he doesn't have that kind of off-putting charisma, I guess. He just looks and acts like a thug, like any other Bond villain. He doesn't have that inscrutable nature to him. He's vain. I hate to say, probably not the best way to phrase it, but he's very interested in women, where Blofeld was more... He was more focused on his mission, on his goals. He didn't have distractions, I guess you could kind of put it. At least the way that he was portrayed by Pleasance. When you get to whoever it is in On Her Majesty's Secret Service, yeah, he's not the same character, and I don't like him as much as Donald Pleasance. And we only saw Donald Pleasance for like 10 minutes in that movie, and it was better than the hour and so we saw of Blofeld in On Her Majesty's Secret Service. And honestly, it took me like 20 minutes before I realized, oh wait, is that supposed to be Blofeld? I thought it was another underboss, like the guy with the eye patch in Thunderball. He was in Thunderball. Yeah, I did not make the connection that guy was Blofeld until much later in the movie, because he never feels like Blofeld. So that's kind of a weak point, but, you know, that's kind of a weak point, but if you ignore the fact that he's supposed... Dang it, I didn't shoot the guys up there. Anyway, if you ignore the fact that he's supposed to be Blofeld and it's another James Bond movie like Goldfinger, or... Was he in Thunderball? I don't remember if he was in Thunderball that much, but I remember the guy with the eye patch in Thunderball. I remember him. But yeah, if you think of it more like that kind of bad guy, I think it works a lot better. Alright, I am going to try shooting them through the window and seeing if that works better. Nope. Why do I do this? Back up and then reload. Anyone else coming? Oh, that didn't work. But I got my head, so. I know there's more. I am not risking it again. Come and get me. Oh, there we go. Dang it. Alright. Well, being at the door is at least helpful. There's gotta be at least one more. Oh! Ah! Dang it. I stopped paying attention for like 10 seconds there, and... Not even 10 seconds, like 4 seconds there, and... Yep, that happened. Okay. Okay. I don't know why the quiet music is playing. Holy crap! There's a lot more of them. Keep it cool. Yeah, keep it cool. Yeah. Oh, I got two. Ah! Okay. Alright, let's give this one more time. One more shot. Before I'll try lowering the difficulty if I can't do it this time. Okay, I'm not going to count that because I'm restarting right away. Try to get fancy there. Just shoot at him, and don't even try that. Free aim stuff like that. Okay, got some ammo. Should probably be a bit more conservative about my assault rifle ammo. Oh, right off the bat, really? Someone coming through this way? Okay then. So far so good. I think I only got hit once. Whoa. Ah. Ah, come on. All together. This guy. Oh, and I gotta get the guys up here. Alright, that should be enough ammo. Hopefully. Okay. Oh, where's he going? Okay. I did not... Did I pick up the key? Ah, I didn't. Alright. So I'm gonna have to do all that after I take out the bad guys. And close these doors. Data thief. Okay. Alright, I'm ready. I'm ready then. Anyone else want some? I can sit here and wait. Yeah, okay. Oh! Ah! Trying to avoid. Okay. That works for me. That seemed like a lot less than usual. Oh, they're back. Come on, fall down. Oh my, come on. Okay. Ooh. Took like 20 shoulder hits. Jeez. Okay. I just gotta do key analyzer, and then I'm out. Oh, come on! There was a guy right there. What the? Okay, there we go. I think there's more. Is it just gonna infinitely? Yeah, I think it's just gonna infinitely. I keep dropping my weapon. I keep switching weapons inadvertently. Okay, let's see if I can just make a run for it. Ah, nope, nope. Okay. Through the door, through the door. Okay, we made it. Woo! Well, that was a lot more stressful than I was hoping it would be. Okay, but we got it. Okay. I actually got stuck on this level for quite some time, so we may get to the point where we're gonna lower the difficulty. Plant bombs in the fuel rooms, photograph satellite, obtain telemetric data, retrieve satellite circuitry, minimize scientist casualties. Now, the thing about this stage is... Well, let's see. MSX concern. Despite deep intelligence reports suggest that this operation may well be on set control. Blah, blah, blah. Infiltrate the silo. Ascertain was being placed in orbit. Work with the control circuitry and sabotage the launchers. Destroy the base. Let's see. Yeah, careful place explosive charges will destroy the entire complex. And get a picture of the satellite. Okay. So... I like this level in theory. It's pretty much like a race. You have to go to each floor, do a couple things, go to the next floor, do a couple things. You gotta do like 4 times, which is nice. It's a decent way of creating a level, and it means that you can repeat some of the same ideas and increase the difficulty each time, make it feel like new. So we're gonna see rooms exactly like this over and over again, but with different enemy placements. Is going to make it at least a bit interesting every time. There are a few issues though. Number 1, probably the hardest, is that time limit right here. That is way too aggressively short. So you do not have a lot of time here. It took me a long time to speed through this fast enough. Okay, there's a guy here. And it's to the point that I believe I can memorize the entire enemy placements. But in each room you gotta do a few things. You gotta get the circuitry, you gotta get the key card, and you gotta plant the explosives. I don't think the level does a fantastic job of conveying this, especially considering the time frame. You can kind of guess that these are the silos that you're supposed to throw the explosives on. The green things are very clearly designed so they're distinct in the environment, and you can kind of, if you look around enough, you'll figure out that the scientists dropped the key cards. So once you got that pattern down, that's fine. just going to take a minute or two to realize that that is the pattern. The other thing is the satellite. I'll show you later, but I need to book it. No, actually, this is a good example. You have no idea what they mean by the satellite. Is this the thing you're supposed to take a picture of? No, it's not. And if you waste time trying to take a picture of it, you're losing time that you desperately need to finish the level. Come on. You want to blow those up and take as many guys as you can with you, because if you don't blow them up, the guys are going to start blowing them up. They're going to blow it up themselves if you stand in front of it. But of course, this is kind of a time sink. This hallway is... Oh, I hate this. Look how much health I lost already. So if you wait for the smoke to clear and try to, more carefully approach it, well, you've wasted a lot of time that you, again, desperately need. Got the key card. Got the circuit boards. I just need to plant these explosives in this room, and then I'm done with this one to go to the next level. Oh, come on. Door's closing. No! Ah! I am trying to move too fast. There's a guy over here. Shoot him. Yep, there's a guy over there too. And then there's one more guy here. And then this hallway, oh, this is a nightmare. Again, you have to minimize how much damage you take, because you gotta survive the entire level, and at the end you have to kind of just rush through it, but you're using up time being careful. And there's guys who are going to come down here. The corners are your best friend in this level. Did I get him? Okay. And again, is that the satellite? You're going to spend a minute or two trying to take pictures of it, and nothing's going to happen. Is this the room? I think it's the next room. Oh, there it is, yeah. But this is the room where you pick up the, what is it? Telemetric data. You have no idea what that is, but one of the scientists in this room randomly drops it. But you have no indication that that's what's going to happen. So if you rush through here saying, okay, I got the key card from the scientist, let's go to the next level, you're already done. There's no way you could find out your mistake and rush back here in time. You're kind of screwed. And there's no way, there's not a lot to convey that. To convey that a scientist is going to be holding on to that. And of course you got to use a plastic, whatever it is. And I'm probably not going to make it on this run. I've lost way too much life already. I didn't pick up the key card. Down? Okay, he's down. Whoa! I hear a door. Okay, it was not that door. Okay. You'll want to go down here to get the very small amount of body armor. Not a lot. It's probably not going to be enough to save me, but we will give it a shot. This is worse than the first hallway, because you don't have any cover over there, so you gotta stand really far back to get any amount of cover, but then you gotta... I am not good at ducking in this game, so maybe that's my issue. Maybe if I try that a bit more, this would be a bit easier. But never much about ducking. Oh! Come on. Ah, not good. The worst part is the next part. Like, there's a section up ahead where you can almost never... I don't think I've ever gone through there without losing some life. Because there's a guy just sitting there shooting a very powerful gun at you over and over again. And unless you run up to him, he's not going to stop shooting. And you can't really kill him. That was not the room, by the way. That was right before it. Oh, and by the way, this is that blue thing over there is the satellite you're supposed to take a picture of. So now you know. I mean, if you know what you're doing, it's fine. It's a fun level to kind of just rush through if you're trying to do that. But if you don't know what you're doing, it can be frustrating. And if you do know what you're doing, if you're playing on the hard difficulty, you're probably going to die a lot. But I have completed this level a few times on this difficulty, so hopefully I can nail it this time. So far, not so good. Okay, you know what? That did not go well. Oh, right, that guy did. Okay, so possibly the scientist. It's usually this guy. There you go. Pick up the key card. Pick up the circuit boards. Get him! There we go. Okay. And this guy over there. Okay. No guy over there. Wait, someone threw a grenade. It's always fun getting hit by those. Alright. Be heading in the corner. I should be rushing right there. Okay. Hey, so far so good. actually doing pretty good. So we can get some attention. Come on. Is no one coming? Okay, we want to destroy those so they don't blow up on us. Wait, did I put my gun on? Oh! Hello there. I'm surprised I did not get hit at all just now. Oh, speaking of... Okay, actually, I kind of... We're gonna get... Okay, at some point in this stream, I am going to do a rundown of Diamonds Are Forever, the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. Like, so far, the most ridiculous Bond film. Most ridiculous thing, probably hyperbole, but most ridiculous Bond film. Oh, heck yeah. Wow, Diamonds Are Forever is weird. One of the things I notice more and more as I watch the older school Bond films, yeah, the only reason that no one has ever been able to kill Connery is because everyone is suddenly completely incompetent whenever they're around him. It is ridiculous how much bullcrap he is able to just walk away from, because no one actually does what they're supposed to do when they see him. You know, shoot him. I mean, yeah, it's kind of the stormtrooper argument there, but still, they go to ridiculous lengths to not kill him in those movies. So the only reason he's a good spy is because of that. Even Donald Pleasance, who I praise so much for his portrayal of Blofeld, for no reason, he doesn't just shoot him immediately. He waits until, like, the last possible second to try and shoot him, and what do you know? It's too late to shoot him, and there you go. But yeah, Diamonds Are Forever is so much worse than that. It's so much worse in so many ways, but it's kind of amazing in that sense. Oh no, I gotta stop talking. I am getting shoot up here. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'm still alive. Okay. Alright, so far so good. This is the room where we're going to get... Let's see, what's this guy? Come on. Yep, he had it. Alright. And got that one done. There's the key. But that is okay. So back to Bond. So yeah, that's actually one of the things that makes the Craig movies stand out so much. I'm sure the transition is a bit smoother with Pierce Brosnan, but it is so stark the difference between old Bond and new Bond, as far as, you know, just shoot the guy. Now sure, you know, Craig gets out of situations he probably should get out of, but for the most part, they're still shooting at him. In fact, that's actually another benefit of another thing I can praise about On Her Majesty's Secret Service. There is a lot of shooting in there, and it does look like they're trying to kill him a lot of the time. But then you get to Diamonds Are Forever, and wow, that one is very interesting. I will get to that soon. Let me see if I can finish this level first before I go all in on that one. Oh, okay. I should have enough time to at least take things a bit carefully here. Oh, that is not good. That's gonna leave a cloud. Well, that's not bad. It's a bit mercy. Okay, I think I took out enough that I'm just gonna... Nope. Okay, nope, I'm gonna start ducking more because that actually seems to be working. Whoa! I didn't think there'd be anyone here. I don't know why I didn't think anyone would be here. There's a key card. Oh, there it is. Nope, that's just bullet holes. Alright, before we go about that. What the heck is a key card? Did he run out of here without giving it to me? Okay, I can't worry about that yet. Steve. Okay. So this guy, Ourumov, or whatever it is, he'll just stand there and keep shooting at you, and there's really nothing you can do about it other than just run up to him and he'll start running away. You're gonna eat a bullet or two, but you know what? You're gonna finish the level. That's why you need at least some health before you get to this part of the level. Alright, you gotta make sure all his backups gone. Yep. Alright, here we go. Okay, wow, I actually made it without eating a bullet. That was actually pretty impressive. Oh! Oh, that's not good. Alright, but I have actually plenty of time. It's going to take me like 20 seconds to get to the end of the level. So I carefully. Oh, one thing to note about this level. Ourumov is carrying a briefcase. Now, that is an item you can collect. If you kill Ourumov, which you can usually do with the like invisibility cheat or whatever it is, you can't collect the briefcase. It will be in your inventory. And of course, you know, back in the day where the internet was kind of sparse, there was always the urban legends that proliferated about, hey, if you collect the briefcase, something will happen. Like maybe the golden gun is inside of it or something like that. But nope. Turns out that Rare just made it an object and had no use for it. So, just kind of there. Which is kind of disappointing. I wish they would have thought of something at least. If you're going to have it in there anyway, throw a little bonus in there. Make it mean something, but oh well.